Speaking at Harvard, others walk with legs. I ran on hands. Folks who aren't afraid to daydream usually catch a break. Hello, everyone. 我叫阿泉。I'm the retired athlete who walks on 2 chairs, fixes shoes while practicing English, and dared to brag on camera about speaking at Harvard. People ask me if fate handed the wrong life script. Honestly, I agree. It's wild. At age 6, life dealt me what seemed like a game over card. At 6, chasing my father holding grain, I called a speeding truck instead. Every time I think back on it, I swear I can hear the sound of my legs' bones snapping, like dry twigs being broken, and see the blood staining the roadside rust red. Waking in the hospital the next day, I reached down and felt only empty pan legs. Where are my legs? I asked Mom. Her eyes red. She whispered, they went out to play. I pleaded, when will they come back? Only quiet weeping could be heard in the ward. Now I see it. Life's first dark joke. Getting my legs back? Probably only in my dreams. But even though destiny took my legs away, they couldn't stop me from marching bravely onward on this journey called life. After a year of daydreaming, I snapped. While home alone, I rolled to the floor, shuffling toward the village entrance like a beached fish. Sunlight. Even flies buzzing over ditches looked like meadows of freedom. That dizzy, floaty feeling as I moved through the village, it was like living a dream in broad daylight. But this trick ruined my pants. My seat wore through in days. The mom had a brainwave, 2 wooden chairs. Now they're stainless steel then. I became the village's craziest 4-wheel drive. Others walked with legs. I ran on hand speed. I started school at 13. While kids memorized timetables, I could barely write numbers. Worse, after elementary school, I couldn't attend middle school. But when fate shuts a door, it cracks a window open. A radio. One day, strange enchanting sounds spilled from it, and it hooked me right in. Those rising and falling tones like musical notes got carried by the wind into my heart, pushing open the window and never even noticed. Through that window, I saw golden-haired, sapphire-eyed people gesturing with coffee cups as laughter punctuated their conversations. And that's when I realized, so this is English. In that instant, another daydream crept into my head. I wanted to know how people lived in those far-off places I might never reach. So I had to learn English. No textbooks. I copied classmates' notes onto scraps. No teacher. My radio tutor made. Villagers thought I'd gone mad, yelling good morning into deep valleys. Useless foreign chatter, they scoffed. Dad urged, begging is more practical than these weird noises. I nodded, then spent 6 months' savings on a dictionary thicker than a brick. Thinking back on it now, it still feels pretty magical. I just wanted to get closer and closer to people who spoke English, to feel the world for myself. Once a daydream takes root, it can't help but sprout and grow. My crazy stunt? Dialing hotels via 114, pretending to be a tourist. Room rates, please, I stammered, sweating. If they spoke too fast, I blurred, a very good, thank you, and hung up. Looking back, my English then was rougher than my shoe repairs. When I was 23, I finally left my hometown and moved to the city where I became a powerlifter. Later, I went to the provincial capital to start my career as a Paralympic athlete, training professionally and competed in several provincial games. But injuries held me back. My performance never improved much, and I only managed to win a few minor awards. My dream was simple, to win a gold medal, even a small one, just to be a champion. But injuries shattered that dream. So at 35, I retired. Back then, I had no special skills and was practically disconnected from society. So I followed others' lead, set up a street stall, and made a living mending shoes and umbrellas for people. Day one witnessed nothing but humiliation. A line snaked 10 meters to the corner next door. My spot, not a soul stops by. My first customer eyed my patch job. 2 yuan, that's 50 cents more than next door. I flushed. That's the handiwork fee. Early on, I butchered soles and stitches. Once, I burned a hole in a designer letter. Lost half a month's income. Some days I pep talk the mirror. If shoes break you, just go back to being a chair knight. You know, like when I was a kid, blocking myself on 2 stools, shuffling back and forth all over the village. No, I wasn't going to return to the life I left behind. So I gritted my teeth, endured fate's mockery, and withstood sneers and dribes of others. Day after day, I observed, practiced, and refined my shoe mending skill to greater perfection. 3 years later, my store had wait lists. Regulars joked, "You're harder to book than a celebrity doctor." The year I turned 42, the universe blinked. Midway through a stitch, my needle was met by the Disabled Persons Federation. Provincial games need athletes, they said. Wanna try? Rubbing my thinning hair, I muttered, "You gotta know, athletes are all real young. Most of them are in their 20s, but at my age, muscles are stiffer than leather." But that medal of another color made me itch like hell. Then this master of daydreams started getting that familiar urge again. So by day, I repaired soles. By night, I battled dumbbells on the rooftop. Muscles ached like daily meals. Neighbors thought I was rendering. Guess what? At the 2023 Provincial Games, this senior rookie stood on the men's 65 kilograms powerlifting platform. Staring at the bottom, I flashed back to racing through villages on chair hands. When I gritted my teeth and hoisted the bar overhead, cheers erupted. The scoreboard blazed. Gold! In that instant, my dream somehow came true once more. I nearly wept, not for joy, but at the horrifying realization. Now I actually have to live up to my own height. Who believed a chair-walking cobbler could outlive young Gum's gold around his neck? Once this whole thing was over, it dawned on me. Those daydreams I used to have, they were never just empty fantasies. They're like entry passes handed out to folks like us, people who won't settle for average, who won't throw in the towel.
我想去哈佛做一个演讲。
Last year, I dropped English into a shoe repair video. Views exploded, so I cranked up the brand. Speaking at Harvard, collaborating with Elon Musk. Just jokes. Until Harvard elder Mr. Xu saw it. This call left me thinking on my phone. Oh no, I brought myself into a corner. But then again, I've lived by the saying, folks who aren't afraid to daydream usually catch a break. And that's how I got this far. You might be curious how many daydreams I've had. Well, quite a lot. I'm just someone who loves to dream. After all, daydreaming is a good bargain. It costs nothing, and there's no tax to pay on those impractical thoughts. Of course, when you daydream that much, it's only natural for them to crumble now and then. For instance, I once dreamed of a beautiful love life, a wife, kiss, and a warm home to call my own. Or of earning enough money mending shoes to travel the world. These visions in my mind, they're like assembling a jigsaw puzzle blindfolded. At first, your fingers fumble with jagged edges, forcing mismatched fragments together in desperate hope. Then comes the electric moment when your palms feel the final piece locked home. The blindfold falls away, and then it stares back at you, not some store-bought landscape, but the living mosaic forged from every scar that refused to heal clean, every wound that grew curls, every line and stripe of grace that seared its shape in your bones. This is no child's puzzle. It's your soul's cartography, the map only blocked in time to draw. And the borders? They pause with the heartbeat of the person you were, the person you are, and the specter of who you're damned to become. Truth is, life's most brilliant stories are often written on that edge between dreaming and waking. If you dare to let your dreams play out loud, there will always be people willing to cheer for your madness.